Okay. Hi, Aishkul. Today in our podcast, we'll discuss the company that we choose, Berkshire Hathaway, one of the most influential and unique corporations in the world. Our focus was to understand not only what makes Berkshire successful, but how its distinctive communication style reinforces that success, especially in investor relations and public messaging. And why we choose Berkshire Hathaway? We chose Berkshire because it represents a fascinating paradox. A global conglomerate worth hundreds of billions of dollars that communicates with simplicity and directness of a small town business.
Okay, let's start with the basics. What Berkshire Hathaway actually is. When I first opened the website, I was honestly surprised. It's one of the biggest companies in the United States, owning so many different businesses, but the website looks extremely simple. No flash design, no big banners, nothing tried to impress you. And later I realized that kind of their whole style. They just focus on doing their work, not on showing off online. And of course, when you hear the name Berkshire Hathaway, you immediately think of Warren Buffett. He has been the face of the company for so many years, and his communication style really shapes everything. And if you look at a quick short snapshot, the company's biggest strength is definitely trust. Like Buffett built such a strong reputation that he doesn't need dramatic speeches or marketing campaigns. He can just explain things in a calm, simple way, and people believe him. When we reviewed the website, the reports, the letters, and the article in the media, when we saw the same pattern everywhere, the company's value stability and transparency more than noise and attention. And honestly, it works. But personally, I think they could try updating the digital communication just a little bit. Not to chase trends, but just to stay visible for the new generation.
So I want to emphasize what makes Berkshire a very strong company is decentralized structure of the company, and Berkshire empowers its managers with extraordinary autonomy. This reduces bureaucracy and fosters a culture of responsibility. From a communication perspective, this structure allows for fast, authentic, and aligned decision making across the subsidiaries. It means that the central company does not control everything, but all managers have the responsibility for their actions, which leads to faster decision making. And the investor communication model is a global benchmark. As you said, it's very simple, and Warren Buffett communicates its investors who invest in the company through annual shareholders meeting and annual report, where he was very with clear, honest reporting of mistakes, with clear language, educational value, not just PR, and long-term vision rather than short-term hype. And this builds a credibility between public and between investors of Berkshire Hathaway.
So when we talk about Berkshire Hathaway communication networks, it's actually not as complicated as we might expect from such a huge company. Instead of having many layers and many platforms, Berkshire uses a few very stable channels that everyone already knows. And one of the main communication networks is simply the connection between the parent company and all the business it owns. Each subsidiary has its own managers and system, and they report up to the top. It's not a loud or visible network, but it works inside the company consistently. For external communication, Berkshire uses regular channels that never change. For example, their official filings, quarterly updates, annual reports, and other required documents are already published on time. These are not engaging, but they are reliable and investors depend on them. They also use press release, but only when something important happens. It's not a company that floods the media with updates. Instead, they choose moments carefully. And honestly, the most interesting thing is Berkshire doesn't try to create a big communication system. They prefer clarity over quantity. They keep a few channels and they use them consistently, and for their audience, that's enough.
But I also want to mention that this simplicity also creates a lot of risk at this time when generative AI is almost everywhere, and company faced some attacks from deepfakes, and in this as a digital environment evolves, Berkshire, for example, was faced misinformation and deepfake face targeting high-profile CEOs. And for example, there was a big flow of misinformation with deepfakes on Warren Buffett's words, and company responded immediately through business channels and from their website through through releasing a report that it was a fake. So I think this is a great challenge for the company to rebuild and to quick respond to such challenges.
So now I want to talk about what Berkshire Hathaway could actually do improve its communication, because even through the quiet style works for older investors, it doesn't really help them connect with new audience. And honestly, they don't need something crazy. A few simple steps would already make a big differences. The first thing I did recommended is updating their website, not fully redesigning it, not turning it into some colorful corporate page, just refreshing it a little. Adding a small thing like clearly a section, short updates, maybe a simple new news feed. The second thing is using social media, but in a very light way. I don't mean a daily post or big marketing campaigns that would even match their style. Third, I think Berkshire should communicate more visually. And another recommendation is to create a short annual summary video, not with actors or animators, but maybe just a voiceover that highlights the key points. And people nowadays prefer listening and watching, not reading long paragraphs. And it would style match Berkshire calm style. And finally, I think they could involve the subsidiary companies a bit more. Berkshire own so many businesses, but most people don't even know which ones.
I would also have some recommendations from myself. For example, they could launch a digital investor communication hub, because they have investors from across the world, and they have the centralized online platform where they can update short videos, frequently asked question style briefings, and real-time updates, so investors can be updated with the information quickly. And for example, also I would recommend to work with AI security firms to prevent from deep fakes and to quickly respond to such challenges as they face this year. And in general, I also like, there's another big investor like Ray Dalio, who is very active in Instagram, for example, in social media, and posts short videos where he educate people on investing. I would also recommend, because for Warren Buffett personally, to be more active maybe on social media, for investors to be updated. Let's take a moment to look deeper into also pestle analysis we conducted, because it reveals the broader environment in which Berkshire Hathaway operates, and it helps explain why communication strategy matters so much for a company of this size. Berkshire operates across multiple industries, such as electricity, energy, transportation, insurance, manufacturing, all of which are heavily regulated, and political shifts such as changes in tax policy, climate legislation, and antitrust discussions can directly shape Berkshire's performance. And for the company and such big size, for Berkshire it's important to be on time with such reports. And also, um, for example, there was a big criticism for Berkshire that they do not provide a clear ESG reports, and because companies' operations includes such such industries which directly affects environment. For the company like Berkshire Hathaway, it's very important to be on time with reporting on environmental issues as well, and provide ESG report messaging very consistently, and because it can affect them reputationally and regulatory risks. We analyzed strengths and weaknesses, we made a SWOT analysis of SWOT and PEST analysis of Berkshire Hathaway, and we understood that on one side, having the authority of Warren Buffett and its annual shareholders meeting and his letters is cool because it creates trust for so many years for investors and public. But on the other hand, with evolvement of AI and technology, it also creates a challenge for the company because they're not always updated and they need some time to react, which may hurt their reputation. That's it. It was very interesting to learn about this company more.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.